What's going on, guys? Today I'll be doing a review of the Fairtex BGV-6 boxing gloves, so stay tuned.
Uber up the styles like miles and shit, like 60s funky worms with waves and perms, just sending junkie.
Hey, what's up, guys? Carlo here, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the Fairtex BGV-6 boxing gloves. As you can see, I got these in 16-ounce red and a angular Velcro closure. Fairtex also offers these in 12 to 14 ounces and I believe 8 to 10 different color schemes. They don't offer the BGV-6 model in lace-up, just Velcro only. This glove is actually advertised as a sparring glove, but I find it to be definitely Fairtex's puncher's glove, and I'll describe to you guys why I believe that these are definitely a puncher's glove. They remind me of the BGV-9s, except for this type of foam they use in the knuckle area, as well as the construction of the palm side and the inner hand compartment. So let's go over the 5 things. The first is going to be the glove design. This glove has a medium profile with a shorter cuff. Obviously, a lot of Muay Thai style gloves use the shorter cuff for the flexibility with clinching and for kicks and elbows and strikes of that nature. So it's not the traditional classical boxing glove where you might have a medium to a longer cuff, because you need that extra wrist support in boxing because you're primarily just punching. You can see that the palm side of the glove does have about a ½ inch layer of extra padding along the palm side, again for blocking and parrying shots, especially if you're getting kicked and elbowed. You can see that it also has a unique angular Velcro closure here. I'm not too sure what the purpose of it not being a full length closure, Velcro closure, other than maybe just aesthetics. When I was using these gloves, I couldn't really see a difference in comfort or protection or support with it being angled like that or having it tapered down. It does look kind of cool, it looks different, but as far as the functionality of it goes, I'm not too sure if it does really anything as far as function other than using less material. So maybe they're doing that to save on cost with material. But if anybody knows the answer to that question on why this is angled like that other than the aesthetics of it, maybe it makes it easier to close the Velcro strap just because you have a little bit less to grip onto. But again, I'm not too sure if that's even the reason why they did that. So glove design, you can see that these aren't too wide. They have a medium length and medium width. You can see that it has a really nice deep finger compartment there, which I'll go over about here in a little bit. You do have the full length attached thumb as well as grip bar. One big thing that I noticed that was missing on this particular glove is there's no ventilation holes. So your hands do get pretty hot and sweaty wearing these gloves because of the lack of ventilation and the full leather construction. So these are made in Thailand, full leather construction, and the quality is definitely top notch. So now, speaking of quality, I would say that these are, again, with everything else Fairtex, you're getting top of the line, handmade in Thailand. One thing I noticed is the leather is very nice and soft and supple. The leather is pretty much identical to the BGV-9s, so if you've seen my review on the BGV-9s or you have a pair of those yourself, this leather is identical to those. It is very slick, it has a nice sheen to it, it's very supple, it doesn't feel very stiff. It reminds me of Reyes in terms of the thickness of it and the actual sheen of the leather, but the flexibility of the leather is definitely a little bit more flexible and broken in than the Reyes. So you can see there just the actual flexibility of the leather. It's a lot more supple and soft compared to a Reyes style glove. So, but the quality is very high end. All the stitching is done nicely. Everything about this glove exudes quality. No corners cut. Everything looks handcrafted. All the stitching on the palm side and where the finger compartment, all the leather's tightly packed. All the foam is bonded nicely to the leather. All the piping is done nicely as well. And again, I love the fact that they use a full leather strap here that is all attached nicely. You can see the stitching is done very well. One thing I noticed with gloves, you can usually tell about the craftsmanship is Usually the inside liner is when gloves, glove manufacturers tend to get a little bit, I wouldn't say lazy, but that's where if they're going to cut any corners, usually the inside of the gloves where they're going to cut the corners, just because you can't see on the inside. And the higher end gloves like Winning, Reyes, Fairtex, Twins, any of the glove manufacturers that really take pride in making the gloves and don't mass produce gloves, you'll notice that the inside liners are also done very nicely. They use a polyester nylon liner in this glove, but you can see the attention to detail extends into the inside of the glove, not just on the exterior, but on also the inside too. And so you can see the stitching is done very nicely there as well. So quality wise, you're not going to get much better than this. Fairtex makes exceptional quality products, and this is no exception to that. So comfort wise, putting these gloves on, they're extremely comfortable. I dare to say that these are more comfortable than the BGV-9s. Reason being is that the finger compartment is deeper than the BGV-9s, and the thumb is a little bit more roomier. So I feel that because of the thumb is a little roomier with my hand wraps on, it doesn't feel too restrictive. Not saying that the BGV-9s were restrictive, but these just a little bit more room than the BGV-9s, both in the thumb and the finger compartment. And because the finger compartment is a little bit deeper, I feel like you can make a better fist with these over the BGV-9 gloves. And I believe the BGL3s, which I did a couple years ago. So as far as hand compartment goes, these by far are the best Fairtex hand compartments that I've felt yet in a glove. Just putting my hand in here. It does have a pretty well broken in feel. I don't feel that it pinches on any portion of my hand here. They don't use an overly excessive amount of padding. If you've seen my Decha Muay Thai glove review, they use a ton of padding on the palm side, which is great for the support, but it feels like it's a little bit, I wouldn't say it's a little bit bulky, where these give you a nice level of padding along the wrist here for both support, but as well as parrying and blocking shots. So it feels like it's a good happy medium as far as padding goes on the wrist side. But on the inside, my hand feels that it's in a natural position. I don't feel like I'm getting pinched on the thumb. My thumb doesn't feel like it's jamming at the top of the glove, and my fingers are in a nice position to where I can really make a nice comfortable fist. The gloves are not too wide, and you can see how far the cuff goes down. So it's a perfectly sized glove, and you can definitely make a great fist, and it feels comfortable. I love the way these gloves feel. Again, with the angular Velcro strap, I'm not really too sure what that does other than the aesthetic of it and maybe just making it easier to close. But I don't really see the difference between that and a standard, full wrist strap with this angular strap. Now, performance-wise, these are definitely a puncher's glove. The foam on this glove is really soft. You can definitely go all the way down to the knuckles with this glove. These remind me of the earlier version of the Cleto Reyes gloves I did like 7 years ago. As far as the latex foam, they use a multi-layer latex foam on that, but you can see how soft it is, and your knuckles definitely go right through. So if you're the individual that wants that puncher's glove and you just want your knuckles to really sink through and make contact with these, this would definitely be your glove. They consider this to be a sparring glove. You could use these for sparring, but again, keep in mind that your knuckles definitely pierce through on the padding here. It's super soft. And but for feedback, again, also if you're a person that loves to do the mitts, these are definitely great on the mitts because you get that crack. But for protection, I would highly recommend if you have knuckle or hand injuries, to be aware of that with these gloves. And if you do get them, I would definitely double up on the knuckle padding. Maybe get some Skulltex or some Winning NG2s to give yourself another layer of padding, because your knuckles will definitely go through on these gloves. Now, cost-wise, these gloves cost about $85 to $90. Again, depending on where you get it from. If you get it from Muay Thai Goods, Amazon, eBay, again, the price ranges, but anywhere from $85 to $90 is what I would pay for these gloves, which is a great deal considering the quality, again, is top notch. Nothing less than I would expect from Fairtex. So hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you guys have any comments, make sure you guys leave them down below in the comments box. I'll leave the link in the description box on where I purchased these gloves, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.